We're here today to introduce you to the Power Hip Rotator, and I'm joined by Denis Pugh. Denis coaching 3 stars in the top 50 of the world, 3 Ryder Cup stars last year. Denis, the Power Hip Rotator.
Well, as it says, it's about power, it's about balance, and it's about speed. Let me show you. Well, Simon, here we are down on the practice area, and a chance to look at what's in the bag. And people open it up for the first time. Well, what's really in there? Well, let's see. We've got, looks like a lot of kit in there, doesn't it now? Okay, so we take the anchor, push that in position all the way down. Nicely down so it's nice and secure. And Simon, you've got the belt there, so let's put it on.
A couple of things about the belt. Obviously, this is a size 30, especially for me.
Yep, your size, perfect, yep.
Make sure it's nice and tight. And I've taken my normal belt off just because I think it helps to get a little bit more friction on your trousers. Key things here, really make sure this is positioned on your hips.
Yep, that's a key point, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Then you can anchor it with your belts here, leg belts. Make sure those are nice and tight because you don't want to be slipping around the joint.
We're going to look at the key points now, the resistance bands. So this goes in this side first. Clips on there, and then you bring it through.
Okay.
Simon, if I could just help you with that, or are you okay yourself?
I think I've got it covered. Now we've got 2 settings here. This is the weaker, this is the stronger, so you're going to feel more resistance. I'm feeling strong.
You strong today?
Feeling strong, Denis.
Good.
Yeah, I can really feel like the stress of pulling into that inside of that right foot there. So definitely sort of an anti-sway feeling, you know, very much that would be the sway. You would never do that. Really, it is a rotation in the core.
Well, hold that position at the completion of the backswing, changing direction here, and you're feeling the pressure now. There's a resistance here, down the inside of your right leg. And that band there is really helping you feel that, isn't it? Right. Well, the next level is we can bring the club in. So it's not just for training. It's about feeling the swing, and put the club in the hand and still feel the swing of what this Power Hip Rotator is doing for you. Feeling it?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Especially through the ball. It's like a load of the power, a store of the power, and then it releases me.
Let's get you hitting shots now. So with a tee peg, we'll put the ball on a tee to make it a little bit more, I can think about the swing when the ball's on a tee. That's what I want you to do. Don't just think about hitting the shot, make the swing. So go ahead and hit there. Feel what the Power Hip Rotator is doing for you. Good man.
So if I've got an hour or so, what's my program?
Well, as you've done there, you've moved across nicely. You've got yourself from the initial cross-shoulder swings. You've made it through practice swings where you're not hitting the ball. Then you teed it up and you hit balls. You maybe hit 20 balls, then take it off. Take the hip rotator off. Hit some balls. You lose the feel, put it back on again. Change the clubs. You know, ultimately you can move this up to a driver. But the real key to this is in that hour you want to leave the range with the feel for what the Power Hip Rotator wants you to do, which is hit the ball further.
So we've been out there using the Power Hip Rotator now. What sort of a sensation did it give you, and how do you think that's valuable for amateurs going forward?
Well, we know what to do as professionals, or at least we should do. We're coaches, and for us, time is the issue. Don't get enough time to hit balls. So for me, I'm going to be able to use this Power Hip Rotator, give me the rehearsal time. But for golfers of all standards, what it's going to do to you is two really important things. It'll give you the feel of what you're supposed to do. Once you can feel it, you can then practice it. So we go on to this second level where it's becoming a training aid for you, literally your own personal trainer. And that's a big plus.
So what we've seen out there, Dennis, is regardless of the ball flight, regardless of how much power you do get in your golf swing, the Power Hip Rotator really does target the core area of the swing. It's permanent practice. And I think even for you, Dennis, you found that it gave you a few extra yards.
I know. Come on, Simon. I'm not that old. I don't want to hit the ball a long way anymore. I mean, really does work. You're going to just find that you can hit the ball further. You're going to feel what you have to do. And I might catch up with you off the tee shots as well.
So obviously, Dennis, we know you for coaching the Molinaris, Ross Fisher, etc. But you also coach a lot of amateur players as well of lots of different levels. Now, how relevant do you think this Power Hip Rotator is to their improvement going forwards?
If you're a golfer, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, if you're a tour star, my lesson will always involve how good your balance, how good your plane, and then how good your leverage. And now with the Power Hip Rotator, we can make sure that the basic fundamental of balance is going to be absolutely right. And if that's right, the other bits can fit in properly.
So there really are dynamic forces in the golf swing. That's how the tour players can create so much speed from a static start in a very, very short time. Now, that's one of the things amateurs really struggle with, is being able to build up the amount of time. There are dynamic forces, Dennis. How do you think the Power Hip Rotator helps that dynamic force?
Well, you know, the thing is that there's a combination of 2 or 3 different things that the tour pros have. One thing they certainly have is an understanding of what they're trying to do. Then they train, not only on the practice range, but in the gym to get strong. Now, what we've got here with the Power Hip Rotator is a way that you at home can practice and get stronger whilst keeping the right feelings going. Now, that's a pretty big benefit to get those forces that tour pros use by now naturally, but they had to learn to do it. It wasn't natural in the beginning.
We haven't seen athletes as golfers. I mean, 20 years ago, there weren't great athletes playing golf. Now we really do see super fit athletes playing golf. The game of golf is going that way. It has become an Olympic sport. It is becoming more athletic. The Power Hip Rotator legitimately gives you the training muscles to go and do it out on the golf course. I think those are the key things that we've seen in looking at the Power Hip Rotator today. Well, the video camera made a huge difference to golf instruction, and now it's become even more detailed. The biomechanical profiles, Dennis, that we study as coaches for the elite players.
Coaches have opinion, but the opinion's only valuable if it can be measured as a strong input. Now, what's happened with the biomechanical input we're getting on the Power Hip Rotator is there's a before and after effect. It won't make ourselves anything more than better golfers. You won't look good in that swimsuit yet, Simon.